So which chapter are we? Chapter 4. So we have to go down to chapter 4. That also.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, I don't want to see back because of the desk. Remove all the books. I only want to see who is to play. Remove all the books. Luis, do you have your book? All right. Luis, sit there. And how many? You have 1, 2. You have 1. And I said, you come here. And you join this one. Try to settle down. Chapter 4. And you bring the piece of chalk. Okay, I have. Chapter 4. Who is to blame? All right. Oh, we should blame Aja Patmana Kamara. Now from today, we should blame this one. But for what should we blame her for?
Because you get like to drop like coming.
Hey, remove it. You like hey, remove it. Alright, so before we start our class, of course, like I always say, this is language arts and it has much to do. You understand? You have much to do in this subject. It is not only what you used to know. Before now, I told you it is divided into two. And also, herein we have the grammatical aspect, which is Mr. Contest area. And it also have literature aspect, which combines the 3 branches, prose, drama, and poetry. And also, and under prose, we have who is to blame. And at your level, you should know this book back and front. You should know this one. You should read it and understand it. And you should be able to answer any question posed from this book. And from there, we have prose. And also, we have drama. And also, then we have poetry. And also, and each and every area here has its own pattern. For poetry, for prose, we are looking at who is to blame. And also, then for drama, we've looked at the taming of the shoe, which I said I am going to bring you the play of itself, but you need to do something in order for me to buy the data. Nothing goes for nothing. Before now, students used to pay 500 euros for them to have an access to go and watch the play in a cinema or what have you. But today, technology has changed. You can easily do it on your phone. But before you do it on your phone, you give me data. I am not paying for data. Do you understand? But if you don't have, we will see Of course, the one you gave me is not enough. But I will see what I can do to have the play before tomorrow. We will look at it tomorrow. And please tell your friends to come. Tomorrow is Friday, and you should not sit at home. It is Friday. Remember, we've had a meeting with the principal, and from now on, we leave school 1:30 p.m. If you are an Aja or Balaji, pray before you come. Because you have that notion that Mr. Grandma, me I want to pray. Mr. Grandma, I never go pray. Who does that? Are we not Muslim? Oh, you people are now telling us that we are not Muslim. That's not so. No, you are telling us that we are not Muslim. You saw me during Ramadan. Then also, I have some other people that we met some that area. Others will go and just for the other thing. So please, I don't want you people to say, Mr. Koma, I want to go and pray. Many of you did not pray. It is because you don't want to go and sit at home idle. Mr. Koma, yeah, I go pray. Mr. Koma, the Form 1, Genesis 1. From today, Fridays we leave school 1:30. So don't come and tell me you are the imam of your mosque or your church. You pray before you come to school. You pray before you come to school. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Tomorrow we start it from 8 o'clock to 1:30. Then if you want now, God know the answer is prayer. As long as you don't come at 1:30, you go pray while left. So please, and of course, if you bring yours, the day I ask you to bring, we will look at the play. And the drama, the telling of the show, we are going to have a taste of it. We're going to watch the play, explain, and you will see those people have been calling for you, the characters. And for the poetry, we've discussed how many poems? 2 or 3. Then also we've discussed leisure. We've discussed Young Africa Resolve. Then we've discussed the Young Africa Resolve, leisure, and the 7 ages of man. These are the 3 poems we discussed, and it remains 1 poem, the village passion. We have 4 poems. And on the poems area, we are unable to complete because we have something to do. Remember, when we are treating wisdom after each and every chapter, we bring tests. And also, we test ourselves. And we are going to do it again on the poetry aspect, the poems. Do you understand? These are the 3 branches of literature which I am here to teach. And I have been doing my little thing. And I'm continuing to do it. And of course, I told you I'm going to assist Mr. Contel on grammatical aspect, wherein we've selected 7 topics that we are going to look at. All of these topics during your exams, the examiners will take questions from these topics. So that is why, as a student, you need to cover all the topics that we highlighted the other day, and we've started one of them, that of which is idiomatic expression. You should have a little knowledge of them, if not everything, but you should have a little knowledge of them, because they might draw questions from if not might, they will draw. Do you understand? They will draw questions, but those questions fall under objective. You will have 45 objectives. All these 45 objectives will come under this topic, and few from the taming of the sheep. It might be 5 or 4 or 10, but here you might expect 30 questions. And this poetry aspect, the 4 poems, each and every poem you expect questions from them. Maybe 4 for 1 poem you are going to answer 2. 4 questions for 1 poem, then you answer 2. So that is why you should also know your poems very much. You understand them, you know the digital devices that are embedded in them, and how to answer questions on them. That is what we are going to do on our next move, while we shall be treating poetry. Yeah? And today we are going to look at chapter 4. But before we move to chapter 4, we used to reverse. That is so. We need to reverse from chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. Today it is chapter 4. And what did chapter 4 say? Sento's initiation, Sento's initiation. Sento's initiation. This is chapter 4. So what is chapter 1? What did chapter 1 say? Of course, we open with the book, the novel. This is a novel. You understand? You can call it prose. It is a novel. And the person who writes a novel is called what? A novelist. That also. And also you can say an author. Yeah? It is the umbrella name. But the specific name for this person is called a novelist. Yeah? The specific name for somebody who writes a novel is called a novelist. The specific name for somebody who writes a drama is called a playwright or a dramatist. The specific name for the person who writes a poetry, a poem is called a poet. Yeah? They are all called authors, but if one of specify, they have their other names. So, chapter 1, we open with the Kanu family. And also, we tell you how the Kanu family is structured. And also, what they do, what they like, and how their family, how their life is. And also, then we also tell you the village the Kanus live. What did we say about the village the Kanus live? They live at Maramu village. Then if somebody asks you now, where can we find Maramu? Well, you might say, we can find Maramu in Sierra Leone. Which part of Sierra Leone? Which part of Sierra Leone can we find Maramu? Then we say, is it Bombali? It is Moyamba district. Now, we've known that Maramu is in Bombali district. But each and every district has chiefdom. That is so. Which chiefdom is Ribi chiefdom? That is so. And of course, each and every chiefdom has their own headquarter town, their own petty, you know, home and every village around it. And guess what? Each on the way we can start and do it. Go that home. So we said Bradford is the headquarter town for Ribi. That is so. Then we also talk of what the Ribi people do. We talk of their family system. Then also, of course, we open with the book. Sento was forced to do what? Sento was forced to do something which he didn't like to do. And as we said regarding the chapter 1, the Kanu family has 3 children. Then also, the two of them are grown-ups. They are boys and they are grown-ups now. They no longer live with Mr. and Mrs. Yabwe. So they live independently. They live on their own. They are all themselves. They live for themselves. Yeah? So it's only Sento who is the youngest of them, and she's a girl. And remember, in a home where you are the only child, you might force to do things that you don't like to do. This job that Sento was asked to do early in the morning, our father would go and wake her up. Sento, let's go to the farm and drive the bags away from the farm. Remember, it was the dry season. With all farm products will be due to the other things. And that time, the bats and the rodents are also fighting to get their share of the product. So as a farmer, if you just sit at home, not doing anything, well, you have yourself to blame. So we move to chapter 2, wherein we said the Sento is what? Okay, the Jones family adopt Sento. Of course, before now we know that Sento lives in the village, and also the village is called Maramu. And later on, we find out that somebody came from the town to adopt Sento. But before a other person adopts Sento, there are some things to be. And also, first of all, insult Sento and admire Sento. And that person is no lesser than Mr. Who? Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones is what? He's what? He's a station manager. And also, he's a station manager. And I told you that before this time, during the colonial days, we are having slaves in Israel. They don't have vehicles that much. So people use train to travel. People use train to travel with goods. So Mr. Jones was at the railway station. So where was the railway that Mr. Jones was working? The railway was at Bradford. So Mr. Jones also, Mr. Jones was the railway station manager, and of course, not only that job, he has another hobby that he likes doing, which is hunting. So Mr. Jones on Sunday, Sunday after church, Mr. Jones will leave his comfort zone and go to the surrounding village to do hunting, and also to hunt for animals. So upon that, many people in the surrounding villages know Mr. Jones. One fateful day, Mr. Jones lived from the town to Maramu village to do what? For his usual hunting. So upon arriving at the village, he was asked to stay because there was a big ceremony going on in that village. What was the ceremony? What was the occasion? 15 teenage boys were going a circumcision session. Some of you are not circumcised. We are going to check the boys. If you are not circumcised, tomorrow you will not have time. Have you not circumcised? Why? Oh, the other. Okay. Oh. All right. So that was the time Mr. Jones entered the village. He arrived at the village and he was asked because many people know him and he's friendly, he's quick to mingle. So he was asked. Upon waiting for the food, two men approached Mr. Jones with what? A gallon of palm wine. They were drinking the palm wine when Mr. Jones saw Sento pass and he admired Sento. It took few minutes to observe Sento while Sento was playing with her playmates. He observed Sento for a few minutes and he talked to himself that if somebody or if this guy is taking good care of, he is a promising guy. So he did not stop that. He tried to interrogate Sento. He called Sento Kayaba. So Sento became perplexed, confused, and she thought there is something else going on. So when Mr. Jones called Sento, what she did, she only smiled as if Mr. Jones is a funny man. That was so. And Mr. Jones further asked, "What is your name?" Sento only gave her name, Sento. She only said Sento. And Mr. Jones further asked her, "Where do you live? Where is your parents?" She went her house and she ran. She ran off to her mother. While explaining to her mother about a stranger that tries to know her, Mr. Jones approached the family. And upon seeing Mr. Jones, she raised her voice again. "Hey, they come!" She ran and entered the house. So Mr. Jones talked to Mrs. Kanu about his intention. So later Mrs. Kanu said, "That's the message, but I am not in a position to give you the answer. The one that is in a position to give you the answer is Mr. Kanu. And you know Mr. Kanu. These are the words of Mrs. Kaniyabo. You know Mr. Kanu, you can meet him and talk to him about your intention." So Mr. Jones approached Mr. Kanu and said his mind. Later Mr. Kanu said, "Okay, Mr. Jones, I've heard you. But we will have to sit and discuss this matter. We will get back to you in a few times." So Mr. Jones gets back to his men and continues after finishing food and the lowest level. So before then, Mr. Kanu summoned a meeting. You know, say some of us will be when they pray one person will come on and be carrying and market this in Kenya. The riches people they get up for there, they make that meeting. Even if they're like family member, so then I mean a sister, I'm gonna be there, I'm going to tell you, Papa, Mama, I'm going to me sister. Okay, no problem. So then Mama and Papa with some other relatives, so discuss and so I'm saying to you yesterday. for now, on Monday on duty. So Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones went back and Mr. Kanu summoned a meeting. He explained what Mr. Jones said to him. And of course, in the meeting, he invited how many people? He invited Sento's two brothers and the mother, and also two people, the chief imam and the chief, the chief imam, the village imam and the chief. They were all gathered and Mr. Kanu explained to what he had told him about Sento. So the imam, of course, the imam answered, the imam responded and said it is a good idea, very much important. And he advised the Kanu family not to take this opportunity for granted. He advised them to grab the opportunity because if Sento should leave the village for English education, Sento will become somebody in the future, and the village will benefit, and also the family will benefit. And of course, to crown it all, she's a girl. They said when you educate a girl, you educate the nation. That is how they say. To me, when you educate a child, you educate the nation. My friend, if you educate me now, like I said, I am going to marry 20 wives. I have helped those families. If I am married, if I'm going to marry 20 wives, I am helping those families. Remember, each and every family now depends to me. So I have helped 20 families. So do you see? But people say if you educate a child, you educate the nation. The nation will benefit. Why are they giving us? Are we not part of the nation? We also can do something. Like you now, you might want to marry me. You come from a ruling house. I come from a ruling house, my friend. I am a prince, guys. I am a prince. I have the chance to go to marry you wherever I want to marry. And then you go from this until I have this deal before you come. You want me to come out. Yeah. No marry, nothing for marry right now. So Sento, at the end, she was allowed to go to the on chapter 3, we said, what did we say on chapter 3? Sento in Bradford. Why Sento in Bradford? So you see, because she has been adopted by the Jones family. So Sento moved from the village to join the city, and she joined the Jones family. In the Jones family, and also in the city, in the big town, Sento found herself in a completely strange environment. In few months time, in few days time, in few hours, in few years time, Sento changes. There are things Sento changes that are also. But though Sento moved from the village, she misses something from the village. She misses what? He is the chief. The kind of food he ate, she used to eat at the village. And if she compared the food to eat now in other people that of the village, she misses the village. But what the Sento did not miss is what? The moonlight games. Of course, in really chiefdom, the entire chiefdom, the games they played in various villages are just the same. So Sento mentioned those games. And of course, in Bradford, she decided to be just a spectator, watching her friends playing. But in the village, she was actively playing there. And in chapter 3 as well, we find out that Sento was later enrolled to primary school. That was the intention of Mr. Jones. That was the intention of Mr. Jones that prompted him to adopt Sento. So later we find out that Sento enrolled in the hey, stand up.
To achieve the same goal.
Stand up.
You all have the same goal.
That is why they said they should blame people.
In order to have success.
So do you now see the reason why we should blame this lady? We should blame her. And also, we should blame Fatimata. Are you the other Fatimata that
And most important of them is who? The speaker.
You have a
So the most important people or officials
You know the one that
help
is not
the PC,
Aja,
the speaker.
All right, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Okay, so we move to chapter 4. So of course, chapter 3, we learned that central starts the common
Okay, who is the
elective ventral, and also which is the NPSC. So let's see after the NPSC what happens. Yeah. Chapter 4. Is it? Centos initiation. Centos initiation. What is initiation?
Officials that help the initiation.
Come.
So out of these officials, who is the main one?
To join you. To join you.
Is the main one.
Hmm?
Is there,
It can either be a society or something secretive. Yeah. So, Centos initiation. Of course, Africa and Sierra Leone. We have this culture where you are a teenager at the age of 10, 12, 13, 14 upward. From 18 downward, you are going to be initiated. Either in the Koro society or in the Bondo society for the ladies. So Cento should go through the initiation process. She's now approaching the adulthood.
the speaker is the one.
So in that initiation, to we, to our people, it serves as an educative way. Before now, this is the informal education that they offer to us. As a young age, teenage age, you are there to be initiated in order for you to learn certain things. For the girls, if you are going to be initiated in the Bono society, that is your schooling. That is where they will educate you. From there, you learn how to respect elders. You will learn how to do the other thing. You will learn how to take care of your children. You will learn how to dance. You understand? You will learn many things. That was the formal education for them. But today, we don't think of that. We think from nursery to primary, from primary to secondary, from secondary to senior secondary school, from senior secondary school to tertiary college.